Modern personal development is nothing more than a stylishly packaged form of procrastination. You feel like you're learning, but in reality, you're just consuming books, videos, podcasts. You're filling yourself with information. Yet you can't take action because it's an illusion. You think you're progressing, but you're actually standing still. And here's the painful truth. This isn't just an observation, it's your story. Think about the months, even years, you've spent saying I'm learning. You've done nothing but postpone. An entire generation is being lulled to sleep with the lie of growth. In this documentary, our goal is to wake you up, to confront you with real awareness, and help you take the first step toward change. If you're ready, let's begin. Hey, do you want to improve your life? Do you want to change your current situation? Are you not happy enough? Do you think what you need is more money? Or maybe you want to prove others wrong? It all starts right here. And this is exactly where the personal development trap begins. At least, that's how it was for me. After these questions, I started reading and slowly burning out. I ordered self-help books from trendy websites, finished one, ordered another, listened to podcasts, watched motivational videos. I learned a lot. Self-help books and teachings undoubtedly make you feel good. Sometimes they make you feel so good, it's as if your life has already changed. When you close that final page, you're filled with a sense of victory, like you've just leveled up in a game. One book ends, another begins. You feel like you're constantly learning. But here's what's really happening. Modern personal development targets your brain's dopamine system just like a drug. People don't get addicted to drugs because of the drugs themselves. They get addicted because drugs alter the flow of dopamine. Personal development works the same way. Each new thing you learn gives you short-term satisfaction and releases excess dopamine. This turns you into a learning addict. But unless you take action, it's all just an illusion. Reading another book about money, leadership, or success today won't take you anywhere. Because accumulating knowledge is not the same as moving forward. In fact, beyond a certain point, it starts to drain you. That false sense of accomplishment you get from learning pushes you toward inaction. Every video you watch, every book you read makes you feel like you've done something, but in reality, you haven't done anything. We call this action fraud. Setting goals but never starting, thinking of business ideas but never trying any, making plans but taking no steps. In other words, consuming without producing. This cycle is addictive. Experts say you shouldn't share your goals or next steps with others, because once you do, your brain feels a false sense of achievement. In other words, when you talk about your goal, your brain gets rewarded as if you've already achieved it, and you lose the drive to actually do it. Reading self-help books creates the same feeling, which is why you stay inactive. Each new book or video pulls you in with the promise of becoming better. But after you finish, that sense of completion tricks your mind, and instead of focusing on production, you focus on consuming even more. A 2020 study found that 78% of people who heavily consume personal development content struggled to apply what they learned. And the worst part is this, because they became addicted to fake motivation. They felt empty when they stopped consuming. Why? Because most people don't use personal development tools to take action, they use them just to feel good. So what's the solution? Motivation is temporary, just like a drug. Once the effect wears off, you need another hit. That's why you need to replace motivation with discipline. To start a business, build successful relationships, or live the life you imagine, you don't need to read 20 books. You just need to show some courage and start. Motivation only gets you thinking about starting. Discipline is what keeps you going. Discipline is the thing that forces you to act even when you're tired, hopeless, or unmotivated. Trying to learn everything before starting pushes you toward perfectionism, and that paralyzes you. But you can't be perfect before you start, you learn along the way. Real success doesn't come from storing up knowledge, it comes from taking action. A person without discipline isn't free, because they always rely on external motivation, on the next book, the next video. But a disciplined person keeps producing. Even when tired, they don't stop. They make mistakes, they learn, and eventually, they win. Today, Some people think they need to read dozens of self-help books before launching a YouTube channel or starting a business, but that's completely wrong. Want to start YouTube and own your own business? You don't need 10 self-help books or hundreds of videos. You can simply train yourself or buy targeted courses instead. Want to be successful? Just change your dopamine flow. A person with a disrupted dopamine system has trouble focusing, managing energy, and even in their sex life. People who consume self-help content but avoid production, who binge on sexual content, who scroll endlessly on Instagram, their dopamine systems are out of balance. For example, studies show that during moderate exercise, dopamine levels can increase by 100% to 200%, but it rises slowly and steadily, not all at once. This is a healthy increase. However, research from universities like Harvard shows that dopamine levels can spike by 150% to 250% when watching social media or explicit content, but this spike is not healthy. It rises rapidly and drops just as quickly, leading to tolerance over time. So you end up needing to scroll more just to get the same satisfaction. This unpredictability, not knowing what video comes next, overstimulates your dopamine system. Just like a slot machine, fast spikes, fast crashes. Over time, you build a tolerance. You need more to feel the same. That's why gamblers and drug users get addicted. And self-help content can do the exact same thing. To stop being an addict, you need to learn without burning out. It's time to stop investing in your brain and start investing in your steps. Ask yourself this: how long will I just keep reading? When will I actually start? Remember, motivation gets you started, but only discipline takes you to the goal. Don't read one more page today. Take one step instead, because true growth isn't hidden in knowledge. It's hidden in action.